Hey everybody, Cher here. I have a little story to tell you. It kind of started 2 years ago today, which is one of the reasons I'm making the video today, because I usually don't do that. But it actually goes back until 2007. In May of 2007, I had an accident. I don't know if some of you out there define yourself with who you are by what you do. I know I did, because I worked really doggone hard to get there. And I defined myself with being that person. I defined myself as that executive chef. I defined myself as that general manager running a multi-million-dollar company with over 100 employees. Except for one day. One day, I was heading to the back of the restaurant, and as I was going through the dish area, I had an accident. I slipped on a piece of lettuce. So you can kind of say, in more ways than not, which is very ironic, that a piece of lettuce changed my life. As I went this way and slid on the piece of lettuce, my knees went this way. And so I took out both of my knees. And it was a long and rather painful rehabilitation, 5 surgeries, and 2 brand new knees later, here I am. But what happened during that time was a lot of different things. You see, when you're laying there and all you have is 4 walls that you're looking at, there were days, I have to tell you, that I was really depressed. I would sit there and I had no reason to get up and get dressed. I couldn't go anywhere. I had to practically crawl to get to the bathroom, which was across the hall. So I would just lay there. I would lay there in bed with the covers on, my pajamas on, sometimes for 3-4 days. No shower, barely ate, just like, because everything that I had defined myself with, all the things that I had worked so hard for, like for 27, almost 30 years, were just gone. Just like, oh my gosh, where am I? What am I doing now? You know, what defines me as me now? So, I got through the surgeries, I got through the rehab, and I'm starting to get a little bit better. And what happened was, during that time, though, is I had to go inward. Because truthfully, the only place that you can go when you're staring at 4 walls is either crazy or you go inside yourself. So I really began a wonderful adventure, and that's why I call this such a blessing. I mean, it may have been the universe or God, you know, smacking me upside the head and saying, oh my gosh, what are you doing? This is not what you're meant to do. This is not what we want for you. This is not what your soul craves to do. And so therefore, you know, my journey took another chapter into a different area. I really, in getting in touch with myself, identified with my own spirituality. And when you're laying there and the only thing you have is 4 walls, you really start learning how to either hate yourself or really love yourself. Because so many things come evident to you that you may not have seen or felt or realized before. And when you're laying there, you get the explanations. You get to clean the garbage out. You get to clean out a lot of things that have just been piling up and piling up and piling up inside of your head. So as I was starting to feel stronger spiritually, and I was starting to get a little stronger, my knees were starting to work. I started with the wheelchair, and then I went through a walker, and then I went to a cane, and I'm starting in my going through my rehab, and I'm getting stronger and stronger. One thing that was quite evident was this. This is what I had become. I had gained 100 pounds. I was hitting almost 300 pounds on the scale. I was big girl. Still beautiful, but there was a lot of stuff going on. I was very sick, very sick. So sick that I was catching almost anything and everything that came into the house. If somebody came home with the sniffles, I had the full-blown flu. If I went and I touched money in the bank, I would be sniffling and sneezing for a whole week or so afterwards. So I was really sick. I had diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, high cholesterol. I was on 6 different medications, and I was overweight, and I was just getting my strength back. But I had this something inside of me that said, you know what, Cher, you can do this. You can do this. Have faith in yourself. You love you. You need to take back your health, because you are the most important person in the world. Because once you take care of you and start loving you, it kind of starts a ripple effect. And so that's what I did. On March 1st, 2010, I decided that I was going to jump in head first, 100% raw vegan. Within 30 days, I had got rid of my cholesterol medicine. Within 90 days, the blood pressure medicine. Within 8 months, the diabetes medicine. And of course, I was losing a little bit of weight here and there on this journey. My journey has since taken me through several other stages. I'm still having some issues with my diabetes, but I'm working on it. I have some wonderful people who are helping me out and working on curing it completely. But my point is, one thing that I wanted to make this videotape for, 2 years have gone by, and in this 2 years, it's been probably such the biggest blessing, because I enjoy now. I love now. I love when I look back in the mirror in the morning and I see this beautiful face looking back at me. I love that woman. I love that woman looking back at me. So I want to impress on all of you. It doesn't matter how old you are. I was 55 at the time. Now I'm 56. I'll be going on 57 soon. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Doesn't matter what shape you're in or how many medications you're taking. It doesn't matter. And none of those things matter. What matters is that you want to take your health back. That you want to love yourself enough to take care of this beautiful vehicle that we call a body that's been given to us. That you love you enough to do something about it. Now, this started a couple of journeys for me. I won't spend too much time on it because I'm going to be making a few other videos, but I just wanted this one today to share my story with you. I've been that person who stayed in bed with the covers over my head, depressed for 4 days at a time. I've been that person who sits and looks back and saying, gosh, you know, this isn't really me. I know I'm still beautiful. I know that I'm still loving and caring and such a great person, but I want more. I want to play basketball with my grandkids again. I want to dance the salsa until 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to be sitting on a scooter and that's the only way I can get around a grocery store. I want more for my life. I want more for me because I love me. And that's what I want you to understand today. I want you to love you enough to make some changes, to make a difference in your life. Whether it's your health and nutrition, whether it's meditation, whether it's finding happiness, whether it's just movement, you know, getting out there and getting some workouts and getting that blood pumping, helping that heart muscle to pump wonderfully on a daily basis. There's so many things that go into being a being, and I want you to join me on this journey. Join me on this journey because it's very important that we love ourselves first and foremost. Because when we love us, then it causes that ripple effect that goes all out. So I'm going to end today with a couple of things. I want to tell you about something I started, my radio show. It's on Blog Talk Radio under Coach Cher. It's on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I made this radio show. I do it for free from my heart. All the archives, and I've interviewed lots of people. If you're interested in raw vegan, I've got Marcus Rothkrantz, I've got Ronnie and Min, I've got Sarma Mangalis, I've got Annie Fio, I've got Philip McCluskey, I've got Penny Shelton, I've got all these wonderful people, which, by the way, a personal shout out to Miss Penny, Miss Susan Bradbury, because you helped me through a lot of the first parts of my journey when I started raw vegan. Also, my wonderful, wonderful friend, Chef Tina Joe. Her and I are going to be getting together in a month, and we're going to be doing a couple of videos together as well. But I made the show, the radio show, for 3 reasons. Number 1, to give you information so that you know that you have choices. Number 2, to educate you as to what those choices are. Number 3, to inspire you. Inspire you to make a difference in your own life, no matter how small, no matter what it is, to love you enough to take care of this beautiful vehicle that we've been given called a body, and this beautiful mind and this gorgeous heart, so that you can share that love with other people. And that's one of the reasons I made this video, because 2 years ago today, I made that choice. I made that choice to take care of me and put me first. And now I'm here to help others. So please join me on the radio show. A couple places you can hit me up. Rawqyourhealth, R-A-W-Q, yourhealth.com. I have some wonderful health coaches who will help you if you're interested in making a transition to raw vegan or vegan. And then also you can join me on ajourneytobeing.com. And there I'm teaching workshops on how to bring some balance back to yourself, how to live a balanced life in this unbalanced world. So I hope to see or hear from you soon. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's not too long. But I wanted to share with you how much I love you and how much I love me. And by loving me, I love you more. Does that make sense? Blessings to all, and I thank you very much. Have a great week.